need y'all to hit them up. They're giving this, they're showing you and setting the standard for what it takes to really build the credit, build the business. This is how, again, how the big boys work. If you follow those instructions, you've become his perfect customer. Welcome to Friends with Businesses. I'm your host, Carl Gray, where I introduce you to my friends with businesses and we make sure that you benefit from it. So today I'm here with
It's Michael, co-founder of the credit team.
Dave, co-founder credit team, and we teach people how to knock the credit bureaus out step by step. And if you want to learn how to increase your credit score, this is what you do.
Oh man, so that is one. So tell the people exactly. Don't give your secret sauce away, but tell them exactly what they could expect if they come across or work with you.
We're going to expect to learn the laws step by step and what to do when the credit bureaus act disrespectful.
That's pretty much it. We come from a military background, so we love structure. And once we found out that the credit bureau was supposed to be structured a certain way, it was a wrap after that.
Oh man. So look, one thing that you said initially, you talked about the laws, right? Mm-hmm. You know, and law to me is very, very, very important. God has a law. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got to follow that. It's a real strict one too. So you said you help people to learn those laws, which what we know is in our community that's always been a problem. Yeah. You know, where they hid stuff from us. So what are you exposing our people to from a knowledge standpoint? Because our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, right? And what it actually says is after that is because you don't know the law, I don't know you.
Mm-hmm. So there's a specific procedure the credit bureaus have to follow. If they don't follow it, you got to hold them accountable, but nobody is holding them accountable. Mm-hmm. Just like the police hold us accountable when we speeding, get that ticket, hey, you know what you was doing.
So like what type of laws we talking about?
50 USC 1681I. That specific procedure. Now you go to number A. If you send a letter out, the credit bureau is supposed to respond to you in 30 days. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But if they don't, and you have a certified tracking number saying that, hey, this thing got to the credit bureaus and they didn't respond to you in 30 days, you can file a complaint. As long as you have evidence, ain't no he say, she say, or hearsay. Yeah, so no court.
Right, that'll work.
No. So they got everything. You know, once you document everything and say, hey, I sent this letter out, they didn't respond. I asked them to investigate these accounts. They didn't respond back in 30 days. Leave this account. Here's my evidence. I filed a complaint. I upload the evidence. And things start coming off. Now, sometimes they don't come off the first time, but as long as you continue putting in the work.
Yeah, I think one of the most important parts is if they do not follow the law, who do you talk to? It's a government agency called the CFPB, Consumer Protection Financial Bureau. So you can just file a complaint, simple complaint, or you can go to your state's attorney general. They always want to get elected, so you know they do the little
right.
Yeah. So now you got your documentation that they did not respond. Now what? Who's going to hold them accountable? And for the longest time, I think people didn't know who to hold them accountable, because once you send the letters or you hire a company, they send the letters. You're like, I didn't get no results. Well, we always say no results isn't a result. If they don't respond, that's a result. You just got to know what to do.
Most people don't know what to do.
And yet, because, you know, so many programs that we've heard of, we've seen, you know, we're not calling names out and like that. They're very letter-based.
Yeah.
And I guess that's just step one. So the other steps after that, and we just don't know. We're like, I just keep to the letter,
Oh man, can I say so? Hold on, because I gotta say it. A lot of people treat credit repair like a side business, right? So you'll see somebody doing Toro. They say, hey, join my Toro course and fix your credit. Hey, join my Airbnb course, fix your credit. Join my this course and fix your credit. Well, what you learned about credit was just surface level, and then so many people were getting results. It's kind of like, you know, if you swinging a baseball bat with one hand and you hit a home run, is that the proper way to do it? No, but you saw it done a million times, so I'm gonna just get up there and, you know,
try.
Right? The fundamentals are to go through the complete law. But because people are getting results at such a fast rate, you think that's not a new standard, which it never was.
Ooh.
Right?
I just said everybody I've talked to has talked about standards.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. Everybody I've talked to has talked about standards in one way or another. And I think that needs to be in our community, our new buzzword, standard. Not establishing the right standards, and we're talking heavily about law, and like I said, if we go back to scripture, it's 10 commandments. Some people want to stop at number 3. Like, some people skip number 4. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like, but even thinking about that, my podcast is primarily for entrepreneurs, so business people.
Yeah.
So does this work for business credit as well, or is it?
So if people want business credit, we teach people to fix their personal credit, right? Because if you really want capital, the quickest way to get capital is fixing your personal credit, get above a 700. Once you get above a 700, you already have the LLC, create a relationship with the bank. Now, once your credit score is above it, now you can go get money. But most importantly, if you get money from that bank, there are 3 other banks that pull that specific credit bureau to get you $100,000 at 0% interest.
Woo.
So you gotta fix your credit. Credit is key. Credit is credibility. If you don't got credibility, why would the banks lend you money?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's the same way in the real world. That's why they can't trust the word. They can't trust the word. Man.
So I think, a lot of people trying to figure out the way around the paydex score and stuff like that. But that's just gonna take too long. I don't want to spend a year building up for store credit. Mm-hmm. You can't go in the bank and get store credit. Like, nah, we only offer lines of credit here, sir. So when we tell people, we're like, okay, cool. Well, do you want to spend a year? Let's just say a year, because we love to tell people 6 months or whatever. Let's keep it a buck. Let's just say a year, because it's gonna be fixed before a year. But if I set that standard at a year and you're not willing to do it, I already know what type of person you are.
Right.
If you don't have any patience, I'm not gonna help you get back in a bad situation. So once you tell,
the standard is, like you said, I was gonna keep on going, elaborate.
Oh, I was gonna with the business credit piece, because business credit is like your business is your baby, right?
Yeah.
Your baby need a new car. You're gonna co-sign for it. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and do it. But with business, you can have as many babies as you want.
Yeah.
So you can co-sign as many times you want for different LLCs. I got 4 credit cards from Chase, same credit card, for different LLCs. They pull Experian, they pull Equifax, and sometimes TransUnion. But once they pull my Experian, it's going to automatically get approved. So now my banker like, hey, you need more credit? I'm like, I don't need more credit, but and then once you can get past, and I'm talking to the audience, once you can get past the part about fixing your credit and then personal guaranteeing on your business, then you can start doing the stuff like trust and stuff like that. Like we had no idea. We were like, hey, we want to trust. And the guy was like, okay, cool. Where's your parent company? Cool. Like, how y'all paying yourself? So the same thing we use to hide our money is the same way we go to get business credit. Because once our company pays us our money, it goes to our S corps. Our S corps are LLCs. So he got his corporation, I got more corporation. We got different business bank accounts that we pay each other in. Like, man, it's so fun, man, once you get down to the nitty gritty. But let's keep it. You can ask your next question.
No. So this is what I want. So as I said before, I didn't tell you exactly how and why I started my business. It's because through my years of consulting, so I used to work for the largest minority consulting firm in the country at the time. Mm-hmm. And so I actually got the opportunity to do like controls testing and things for places like, Marriott, these things for the United States Treasury, some of the largest companies in the world. And one thing that I noticed was there are so many things that they have implemented that we don't even, not only do we not do, we don't know exist. So when you're talking about this type of stuff, this is what I want to expose people to. This is why I started my business in Launch with Carl, where I'm helping to launch, start, grow, and scale businesses using the methodologies that are very unconventional to us, but it's what everybody else does. So when you talk about these type of plays, like this is, and it's not even a play. It's a methodology. Yeah. It's a law. It's our new standard if we let it be. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Well, we're creating a standard to say, hey, yes, it may take a little bit long. It's going to take a little bit more discipline. It's going to take a little more structure, but it's really what we need. We're not, I'll be real, we're not nigga rigging this no more.
Yes. Hey man, I love that.
We not
Time
using,
is going past, whether you do it or not. So
we
you might
not
as well
going,
just
right.
focus
We
on
not putting
doing
duct tape on this anymore. It's like, let's fix it so that when our kids come along and they're ready to start something, they're not starting something that's unfamiliar to them. It's what's been set in place, because that's what's happened. That's what happened with generations. It's whatever they saw their parents and their grandparents do, their aunts and their uncles do. That's what they're going to replicate. That's what they feel like it's supposed to be. Unfortunately, that started to go down. It's time for us to bring it up. So when you start talking about, I'm like, you're not saying too much.
Yeah.
You educating me, number one.
Yeah.
You're educating my audience, number two, and you're helping to set a new standard of setting up business, of setting up credit, of how we conduct ourselves in this new entrepreneurial society that we're building, in this new Black Wall Street for the 21st century that has to grow. And if we're going to call ourselves Black Wall Street, we better start doing what Wall Street does.
Sure. Hey man, I love it. I love
So
it.
I mean, like, man, so how do people get in contact with y'all?
On YouTube?
Yeah, we
That
practice.
best, so best thing is like, go ahead.
Oh yeah, we practice one channel, one product. A lot of people see YouTube as a platform for long form videos, but really they got like community tabs and stuff. So we really respond to our people. We make social media posts, like a Facebook post or Instagram post on YouTube, and people engage with it there. And that's the one we heavily monitor, because we track our analytics we like really scrutinize our analytics.
Yeah.
So
follow us on Instagram. It's just like family pictures and stuff like that. Well, people do hit us up about credit and stuff, but really just like take photos. Of course, educate a little bit here and there. But Dave Cousins, we're gonna change it to the credit team. But if you type the credit team, it pops up us anyways, because we had it at first and I just changed it.
So how do y'all know each other?
Oh, military.
Oh, nice.
I was his playing.
Yeah, he was my boss.
I was his boss. But we like.
Yeah, it was.
Like,
Thank you for your service, first of all.
It was more as like
Thanks for the support.
working with other. It was fun.
It was like, man, he was the first person I know that, because I'm a giving person, right? I love to give, and if you don't give back, then I know what our relationship is. You know what I'm saying? So when I give to people and they give back, I'm like, okay, cool, we can coexist.
Right.
And if I challenge you and you challenge me back, that's even
Oh,
better.
yeah.
So I'm like, okay, cool. So we really had a goal, and I don't know what I said. Dave was like trying to be a captain. I was just trying to be in the Navy. That's it. And then, as leaders, we can't help but when you see somebody saying something wrong, doing something wrong, you can't help but just to say something. And that's in me, right? And I thought it was like a flaw, but really it wasn't. I was just in the wrong spot. So I was chasing Dave, and what happened was I ended up being better than everybody else. I'm saying it. I was better than everybody else because Dave set the standard. Oh, dang, that's cool. Dave set the standard. So Dave got what we call mapped, which is one of the best things you can do in the military. Like you're so good, you don't got to take no tests or nothing. I'm just promote you to the next grade. Dave set the standard and said, hey, come follow me. Actually, he told about 9 of us?
Yeah, I got like 4 or 5 people mapped based off of what information I know.
Yeah.
As
So
long as you put the work, willing to do it.
So the same thing. He was like, okay, bro, these are instructions. We went into the instruction in the military. It's called instructions.
Right.
So he's like, hey, based upon your pay grade, you're supposed to be doing this work. But based upon the next pay grade, you're supposed to be doing this work. So I was working above my pay grade. But Dave went on deployment, kind of left me hanging, and then they said these magic words to me. Hey, Dave ain't here to protect you now. And I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? And then I wasn't getting the result I want. And then I talked to Dave again. I'm like, bro, they really playing with me. Because at the time I was putting 12 hours? Because Dave was doing 12 hours, not 12 hours, 12 to 10 hours every day for like 3 years. So I was like, I'm gonna do it for a year. And then I didn't get my result. So there's only one thing to do it for another year. And I didn't get my result. And I was like, I could be doing this for myself. And then I did. But then that's when we got locked in. We met in the military. We really got locked in because he was the only person I know that could outwork me. But after that, we started. You want to tell them about the books?
The books?
Mr. Collins.
Oh, yeah. So my goal was to be a captain. And this guy was like, hey, in order for me to talk to you, you got to read these 3 books. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Secrets of a Millionaire Mind, and Automatic Millionaire. after I read those books, I didn't want to be a captain no more. I wanted to have a business, start real estate, and make some money, be a millionaire, right?
Right.
Just the journey, and I was like, damn, I just gotta hit some investment properties. I heard Mike, he bought his first house. Let me get my first house, and I can rent it out later since I'm gonna be like in the military.
Yeah.
And it stepped me on that journey of, and then my credit was trash, and that's what got us on to fix it. I fixed my credit, helped other people, and just started. But my goal is to do real estate. I didn't think about, hey, I posted it. Everybody asked questions, but I didn't think you could start a business until he found out you could start a business in off credit, and that's how we came together and started.
Hey man, I was
teaching
just, I was just doing anything because I used to say this a lot. I was just happy to be there. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to be here. I'm about to go get a house. Got the house, and I was like, I wonder can I put 100,000 out the bank? And when I did it, that's when Dave reached out to me because we worked together, but we weren't really boys like that. Dave had his crew, and I had my little clique. You know what I'm saying? And we was having fun. But then when I pulled 100,000 out, I thought everybody would be happy.
I think I'm the only person that called like, how'd you do it?
Everybody saw it, but nobody did it. I played some Kodak Black, and I said, I wonder can I throw 100 straight for this song, and two songs played, and I was still flicking hundreds out my hand. And Dave was like, bro, that money can't be real. I said, okay, cool, let's go to another bank, and I'm gonna do it again. But this time I put out 40. And Dave didn't come to the bank with me.
I ain't going to jail.
But all I had was...
I thought I was going to go to jail. He bought all this money. I'm like, bro,
yeah, and I was like, oh my God. And then, luckily I put the money back, and I took a HELOC on my house that I bought, and I ended up using that HELOC to buy my second property in South Carolina, cash free, straight cash. And then I started renting it out, and I'm like, oh, this is it. And then we did everything to get into real estate, not knowing what we did with credit. And the money that we was pulling out the bank was like money people were looking for. Yeah. But we were military, so we were like, man, we good. We don't need that much money. We just want the asset.
Look,
so that's how it all started. That's the journey.
Nah, that's real. That necessity being the mother of invention, and then the fact that like you said, y'all work together already. They say it's easy to get a friend out of business than get business out of a friend. But no, man, I'm loving the story. I need y'all to hit them up. They're giving this, they're showing you and setting the standard for what it takes to really build the credit, build the business. This is how the big boys work. I'm trying to tell you. Look at these publicly traded companies, and you can see their financial reports. See how much is sitting in credit. See how much when they go and they buy an asset, even if they have the money in the bank, they will still pull out loans. They will still have other ways, as they call creative financing. Don't be afraid of it. It's nothing. If you're doing it the right way, if you're following the laws, it's fine. But the first thing we got to do is fix our own credit. So hit them up. They're on YouTube. Find them.
Can I give them a process?
Please do.
So step one, the first thing you want to do is just face your fear. Actually look at your credit report. Most people just don't even look at it. So analyze it. Go to Identity IQ, got a link, whatever, and look at experience, TransUnion. Let's see what's holding you back. Step number two, we all know that personal information is messed up. So you want to clean that up. It's all attached to that. So clean that up. You're going to see misspelled names, misspelled addresses, phone numbers, your spouse, your girlfriend, somebody else on there that ain't supposed to be on there. You want to clean that up. And my favorite part is like freezing the snitches, right? Say snitches, LexisNexis, Coralite, SageStream, Innovis, all these people is telling on you, right? You want to knock them out as well. So freeze them and knock them out. Step number 4, you just want to set the credit bureaus up. You got to set them up. Tell them to investigate all these negative accounts. 2 things is going to happen. Actually 3. Either it's going to get deleted, they ain't going to respond to you, or the credit bureau is going to say it's verified. And based off of that, that's when you come back to the channel. We're going to show you which lot.
Knock them out.
That's it.
Y'all, the standard is set. He actually just gave you the entire process. He's created, y'all know I talk about the perfect customer all the time. If you follow those instructions, you've become his perfect customer. So you've made it easy for him to help you. Made it easy for both of them to help you get your result. So follow those simple instructions. If you're having problems, follow those simple instructions. It's okay. Still reach out.
Hey.
Might have to pay a little bit more, but still reach out.
Hey, Mike, what you do after you get the credit score to a 700 above?
700 above.
What we doing next? What bank we going first?
Bank I'm going first. Oh, you got to go to Chase because Chase is like the pretty girl, man. She hard to get. You know what I'm saying? So she act a little bougie because you get all those hard inquiries.
Yeah.
You get
524.
524, but you can't go back into Chase. And then I'll go to local credit unions after that. I know a lot of people say go to Navy Fed, but I'll save that relationship because most people don't make a lot of money in their business or don't even know how to run a business when they're trying to get business credit. So you don't want to mess up a relationship with Navy Fed yet. And I'll say, once you can confidently say, like, if I put $2 in to get $4 out, then go to a bank like Navy Federal. Because then the relationship would be everything. And that's the same thing what we did with Chase. Once we figured out, okay, if they make this face on a YouTube video, it's gonna go crazy. That's 10K. If we put the color green in the video, that's another 10K. If we put if we don't put if we put what is it, the before and after, that's another 10K on the YouTube video. And if we say this, like, once you get your business that dialed in, that's when you're supposed to go to business credit. But I ain't really want to talk about it too much because I don't like.
No, but I was saying, like, after you do just certain steps, because you got business, so this is a business. So after you get your credit fixed, now you go to these banks.
Yeah.
Go to this bank, go to this bank, go get this bank, get this money, but make sure you use the money properly to invest in your business so you can grow it.
And you know what's crazy? Like, you remember I said your LLCs or your babies, you can create more. Mm-hmm. Once you know which 3 banks to go to, you create another LLC and go to those same 3 banks again.
Y'all, we always talk about the need to scale. We always talk about how important it is to move forward. Yes, of course, you can try to get another product, try to go to the same people. But if you can spend other people's money and build on it, and I tell you all the time, I don't care what the interest rate is, as long as your return every month beats what you're paying, you're good. But they're telling you how the interest rate can be low, even in the midst of inflation. Y'all, all I'm saying is find them right now. Get this done. Like, I'm going to have to change the podcast schedule because this has to come out earlier. Like, if I kept on schedule, this wouldn't come out till September. That's too long. So y'all can expect to see, I don't know if I'm going to do a special drop or whatever, but this is coming out early. You're going to see this before the end of the summer because y'all have to see this. Reach out to these brothers. Not only that, I need y'all to comment below. I need y'all to share this. I need y'all to blast this everywhere because this is something that, again, is building the community of businesses. Let's rise the tide to float all boats. What's up?
Can I make a bold statement?
Please do.
Hey, man, look, don't even subscribe to our channel until you look at the videos and we tell you something that you didn't already. I mean, if we didn't tell you something that you didn't know, you don't have to subscribe. You can just come and get the information. You can take a plate to go. Stand by that.
So, say one more time the exact address to go to on YouTube so the folks can find you.
Dave Cousins, you're going to find me. I'll be #1. Top.
Look up Dave Cousins right now. I'm stopping it right now. Go do it. I ain't saying nothing else. I told y'all, when I get my friends with businesses, y'all benefit.